Hi guys, welcome to my niece TV Zealots. Tonight we're here with Forever. Mary got to watch it for us. So I'm here along for the ride. My name is Denise, in case you're new to our channel. Mary, say hi.
Hi. So, Forever is an 8 episode event. I'm not sure if it's going to be an ongoing series, but it is on Amazon Prime. And it took me on a wild ride. Now, I don't want to spoil the whole thing, but I will say I'm going to spoil it up to episode 5, okay? Or 6. Don't worry, I won't ruin it. You will want to watch the rest, even if you know what happens in the first half. So it starts off with Fred Armisen and Maya Rudolph, both super hilarious people from Saturday Night Live. I thought it was going to be like sketch comedy, like his other show, Portlandia. It's not at all. So they meet when they're a little bit younger and they hit it off, they date, they get together. All this is told in a montage. So they get married. He starts his business. She gets into her business, and they buy this cute little lake house. And every year they go there for their vacation. And they go fishing. He catches a fish and he makes the exact same dish every year. And he does this little ta-da like this with his hands. And so as the montage goes on, they're doing life and they go to the lake house and he ta-da, ta-da every year. She gets less and less and less and less excited. And that's where the show starts, with her kind of saying, can we do something different this year? And he's like, why? I thought we liked the lake house. I thought, we could just do this until we die. And she's like, yeah, let's do something else. He's like, okay. So they decide to go skiing, and they're both really terrible at it. That part was really funny. Until he hits a tree and dies. That's episode 1. That's how the show starts. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, what? So episode 2 is I'm sorry. Fred Armisen is Oscar. Maya Rudolph is June. So June, all through episode 2, is trying to get her life back together. They were in love. They might have been boring, but they were in love. Her friends helping her clean her house, get her in the shower, do something. She goes for the promotion at her job and she gets scared and runs away, but then like crazy things happen where she gets it anyway. And so she's on the plane getting ready to go to Hawaii to start, her brand new life. She chokes on a nut on the plane and she dies. Episode 2. And I was getting ready for this just to be the rest of the season, is watching Maya Rudolph put her life back together. Oh man. So she wakes up on this beautiful lawn in front of, is it their house? It looks like it. And Fred Armisen is looking over her and he's like, I did not expect you so soon. You're dead. Welcome to forever. And she's like, oh, so I'm not going to Hawaii. And he was like, guess what? I found our lake house. It's somewhere on this weird plot of land. In the middle of their little subdivision, all the other dead people, there is a fountain. They can't go too far away from it or else they'll get super tired and then they won't be able to walk all the way back and they'll just cease to exist. So they're able to walk over to their cute little lake house that, they had when they were alive. Unfortunately, there is a family that is still living that bought the lake house from June before she died. So they kind of have to, they can't see each other, but you can feel the alive people, I think, can feel the dead people. So they get them out the house. They find a way to haunt the house. It's hilarious. And so he was like, I managed to, to make my famous bass. And she's like, oh. And he brings her the plate. Ta-da. And I'm just like, ah! It was like the Twilight Zone. And she's just like, this is what I was trying to get away from. And now we're back here forever. Episode 3. No, it's just like, woo, man. Like it's like a Harry Potter book where there's like a lot of the same stuff over and over again. But then like the last 5 minutes, like, I didn't know what happened. Oh my God. And then it's over. That's a lot of what this show is like. Episode 4, this new lady dies and moves in next door. She is a weirdo. And so June and Oscar are super interested in her. They want to know what she's all about. She's a rebel. She accidentally died. Like, just truck ran into her. She was, not ready to go. And June catches her moving furniture around and stuff. She's like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm going to set this dresser on fire. You want to join me? And she's like, yes. So
like, no, you're
right.
not gonna say no to that.
She needs to feel something,
Mm-hmm.
And so they take it out, douse it in lighter fluid, set the thing on fire. They walk back into the new girl Kessa's house, and there's the dresser back in its place. Ooh, it was so creepy. There are little things about the show that are super creepy. And, June decides, like, I've got to take a chance. Like, I'm here for forever. She's like, what is my life going to be? Is it going to continue to be this same fish dinner for the rest of my life? And then that's episode 4. And then there's an entire episode about this young couple, an Asian woman and a Black man, in this little house. They're both realtors and they're both kind of like trying to sell it to each other, trying to get rid of it. It's in a weird neighborhood. And they kind of have like this love connection. And, she's like, sorry, I'm engaged. And he's like, oh, well, it was great to meet you. You're a super special person. And they really did have a connection. And then, like 10 or so years pass by and she walks into the house and he's trying to sell it again. And they end up sleeping together. And she's like, I have a husband and kids. He's like, I have a wife and kids, they're like, we can't do this again. And they leave each other again. And then I think like 5 years pass, maybe they're like late 30s by this point. And they were pretty like fresh, young, like early 20s when they first met. And they're kind of pretending to have life together in that house where like she's cooking a meal, he's coming in and I'm like, they're together now. That's so cute. But then his wife calls and he's got to go. And she's like, let's leave our families and be together like we belong together. And it's so obvious that they do. And he's like, yeah, okay, let's do it. Maybe after Christmas. She's like, it's got to be now. And he's like, yeah, okay, now. And then it goes forward back to that same little house. He's coming in. He sees her name on the door. They're old now. He looks like he's in his 60s. So 30 years must have passed by this point. And she's not there in the house. And the lady was like, hi, are you looking to buy the house? It's like, I'm looking for Miss Chen. She's like, I'm so sorry. She died, a few months ago, and he's devastated. And he sits down on the step, like on the brink of tears. And he was like, I missed my chance. And then it pans over a little bit. And Maya Rudolph is standing there watching this whole scene, just wrecked. And you can see that she's making a decision that she's not going to miss her chance. And that's the end of the episode. That's as far as I'm going to go. It was so crazy good. I highly recommend Forever. I don't want to spoil the rest because she decides to go do something. She goes all in. So
Oh, okay.
it was good. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, guys. Well, let us know if you're gonna watch Forever. I think I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, I recommend it.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great night. Bye.